welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura. Sorry you haven't seen me in a while, but I'm still here. I'm surviving. It's been a rough couple of weeks. I haven't gone to my Weight Watcher meetings, so I haven't done my Weight Watcher reviews, my videos. It's been just chaotic. I'm dealing with some teen stress with my kids. I can't say any more about that. They lost my taxes. I've got some medical bills that coming up that the insurance wasn't covering. It's been a nightmare this whole week. I'm like putting out fires here and there. My refrigerator broke. It was like nonstop. Everything was going wrong. Anyway, I am here to do a review. I finally finished another book for the month of February. Okay, so what did I read? I finished an audiobook. I got this out from the library. It is Becoming by Michelle Obama. Yes, I am not a political person, just to let you know. I don't really care about the political people I don't care about that stuff. So I took out this book because I've been on the wait list forever. Everybody's read it. I wanted to know what all the hype was. So I requested the audiobook from the library, and Michelle Obama actually speaks and talks about reads her book. So I was actually on the phone. My grandmother is 90 years old, and she's my reader. She's the only one in my family that reads, is my grandmother. So it skipped over a generation. My mother does not read. So I read like my grandmother. So she says to me, "What are you reading?" And I said, "Well, I'm listening to Michelle Obama's book." And she's like, "Why are you reading that?" And my grandmother is 90 years old. She's like, I wouldn't read that. So I was like, well, I wanted to know what all the hype was about. So anyway, so I listened to it. It was very long. She only did like half of it was political at the very end. But I did really enjoy the beginning of her book. She explains how she lived and how she went to school and how she went to college. And she was supposed to be a pediatrician, but she wound up going to law school and becoming a lawyer instead. But her life goal was to be a pediatrician, so because she loved children. So I don't know why she went to do a lawyer, but anyway, I really enjoyed that part of the book. And then I also enjoyed when she met Barack Obama. So that was really interesting. And I also totally related. She had fertility problems, and I had the same exact fertility problems. So I really related to that part of the book. Okay, so what did I not like about the book? I did not like how she constantly kept reminding me that she was a black person. And she kept reminding me about white people and black people. And she kept completely, it just drove me nuts that she kept on reminding me, okay, she is black, but she does not have to tell me a million times that she is black and that she has black people. And she went to Princeton, which was mostly a white school. She did not have to say that throughout. And I don't know why she brought up race throughout the whole book. Anyway, that just annoyed me. I really related to her as a person, but every time she brought up the white and black part, I got a little offended. Anyway, so I'm giving this book a 3-star. I just didn't like the way she portrayed that part of the book. And yeah, so 3 stars. I did finish it. I wanted to fast forward to the very end because it was getting really monotonous towards the end. She does not like Donald Trump, and she does say that in the video, in her audio. She does not like him. But I really enjoyed the beginning of the book. So yeah, I'm giving it 3 stars. I did finish it. I did not DNF it. Again, I am not political. I don't care about political Democrats and Republicans. I don't care. So I just wanted to read about her life, and I wanted to treat her as a regular person. So yes. So I know I'm ranting very long on this subject, but I'm glad I finished it, and I gave it a 3 stars. So I finally finished another book. This book is due back to the library. I think I owe about $1 in late fees. But I forced myself to finish reading it. And the book that I read and finished is American Dirt by Jeanine Cummings. This book has a lot of mixed feelings. And I got it from the library, so I did not buy it. I was one of the first persons to get it from the library, and I was not going to read it. And then I said, you know what? I have it from the library, and I will just try to read it and see what all the hype is about. So I listen to a lot of podcasts. I know about the hype. Okay, so what I'm talking about now, my review for this book, it's a good book, just to let you know. I am giving it 4 stars, just because it is a fiction book. It is not nonfiction. It is fiction, which is fake. So I just looked it up, and I wanted to see if it was historical fiction, and it is not listed as historical fiction. So it is regular fiction. It's about a woman who lives in Mexico, and in the very beginning, it's like the first chapter or first couple of chapters, her whole family gets killed, murdered at a party. So the rest of the book is her trying to escape the cartel and try to get to America. So it's a survival story throughout. There was times that I wanted to put the book down, but her writing style, the story was amazing. It was almost a 5-star for me. However, while she was writing the story, she would put English and then a Spanish word. Now, I don't speak Spanish. I only know a little bit of Spanish. So I found myself on my phone every so often looking up the words because I wanted to see what she was talking about because I had to translate it. So it got very frustrating, especially when I was in the middle of the book and trying to finish it and not DNF it. There was a time that I was like cursing at the book. I wanted to throw it across the room, and my kids were saying, well, why are you reading it, Mom? I said, because I have it out from the library. I just want to finish it. I want to see what all the hype is about. I wanted to see how the story went. Her character development was really amazing. I really enjoyed her story about the woman. Her name is Lydia, and she has a son, Luca, who is like 9-10 years old. And I really liked the journey, how she always put her son first and like different things like that. So I really liked the story. But what frustrated me, as I said, she puts Spanish words throughout the whole word. I'm like, even if I go to one page, let's see if I could find something that it's just very No, I didn't even highlight anything. But anyway, I did look up one word, and I'm glad, like, at some points I was looking up words, and some points I stopped looking up words because it just got so much looking up on my phone that I got distracted, and I hate that. So at one point, she's on the journey with her son, and they need a scarf and a hat, and she goes to this place, and she talks to the guy at the store, and the lady says, she gives her a hat and a scarf, and she said, in Spanish, she says, this is a gift. Now, I'm reading the book, and I'm trying to figure out what the heck she's saying, but she says in Spanish, it's a gift. So if I didn't look it up on the phone, I wouldn't have known that it was a gift. So, yeah, just to say, yeah. It just drove me nuts. So I'm giving it 4 stars. The story was great. If she wrote the book in English throughout the whole book, I would have gave it a 5-star. That's how the story was. I was amazed. I got there's some other characters in there. I got involved. I felt like I was in the story. I felt like I was on the journey going through Mexico. Yeah. So, yeah, 4 stars. I'm glad I read it. I'm glad I got it from the library and I didn't pay for it. Sorry for anybody who doesn't like this book and doesn't want to promote this book. I just felt like I needed to read it, and it is on the top. It's making a lot of headway. So it is one of the top books, and I'm glad that I got it from the library. And yeah, there is a wait list at the library. There's 100 people that need this book that want to read it. So yeah, I highly recommend you read it. But as I said, the Spanish just drove me nuts.